Hello everyone, welcome back to another favorite game of mine. Today it's NFS Carbon, came out in 2006. I've been playing it for like years now. I started on the PlayStation 3 like 2 years ago, and it just, attracted me, it catched me, and it's still one of my favorites today. And first off, I like the map better compared to most one, like detail, looks wise, because it's more vibrant and colorful, and more detail, and more, well, busy buildings, like casinos, banks. They also look better, like more. The color does pop out more. That's a first. Um, Secondly, the intro, of course. Like, of course, it's iconic. You running away from Rockport, cross is still on you. So yeah, that that's always very nostalgic. And of course, in the fan favorite car, that's in most uh, other Need for Speed games, the BMW M3 with the iconic sound. I think it sounds the best in this Need for Speed game though. It's a fan favorite car as well. The yeah, that's the first point. Secondly, the soundtrack. Let's start with soundtrack. I think the soundtrack is pretty decent. I think Darius' theme song is my personal favorite. So let me know what your favorite song is, or music or host from the game. And of course, this game introduced the territory system. And I think it was only in this game that they did it, but who knows? So you got to like fight over territory, you know? You start all the way at the bottom. You have to win races in each like area to win over that area. And if you win over the whole district, you can defeat the boss that rules over it. And there's four in total. And I like that idea, because that makes this game unique. Well, one of the reasons why it's unique. And yeah, it the vibe gives you like, secure your place, secure your first place, and race for it to keep it, because other crews can take it back or steal from you. So that's also a nice feature, and why it's one of my favorites. And let's see. Yeah, the intro scene is always iconic, I think, to all of us. So let's talk about the first city that comes to my mind, at least, Silverton. See it as a mini Las Vegas. It's all like luxury, brightened by LEDs, and yeah, it's fun to race in. I'll let you guys. Nah, whatever. Let's take a break. So, why not talk about the storyline? Well, it's a continuation of Need for Speed Most Wanted, the original, the good one. Um, so you escape Rockport in M3, and Cross follows you into Palmet City. And, well, as you might saw in the intro, he chases you through the canyons, which are the perfect place for deals. I'll be talking about that later. So you arrive in the city with your M3, but before that, there are some obstacles on the road, so you crash out. he crashes into you, you lost your car, because Darius told him to go away, so you're not really interested. Arrested. My bad. So then, you pick up a starter car, as in every Need for Speed game actually. So, you have a choice between a older Camaro muscle car, a Alfa Romeo Brera, or an RX-8. Which one you will have to choose? Which one you choose will, well, give you your first area to conquer. So I picked the RX-8 because I like the tuner cars more. So I started out in like downtown, Kenji's turf, and well, it's pretty simple. You just race, win over territory till you got like the whole turf, and then you can have like a boss race in the city, and then you find it out in the canyons. And what I like about the canyons is just you don't have speed breaker, you don't have nitrous. It's just skill and focus. Skill, because you either have to stay as close to him or overtake him, and a bit of luck, but also skill, because you are trying not to drive off the canyon and die. You don't want it. So I really like that, just a 1v1 on a dangerous road in the night. I like that idea, which makes it also iconic, Anyway, as you might see in the clip, we are driving through Angie's turf, which is like filled with warehouses, factories. Gives you more of a industrial vibe, Bit rebellious, rough. It's like muscle cars rule the streets. So what I like about this is that it's vibey. Well, every place actually, but this is more of the vibey ones, because it's more like background, rough, gritty. It's like gives off a more serious vibe, Maybe not so much cops do know about it, because it's in a more calm place in the whole city map. And of course I like also that you can drive to the factories and warehouses yourself. So I like that. The streets are, well, big, because it's a industrial area, so overtaking in those places to be easy. Although sometimes you have tight corners like that, and you lose a bit of speed, quite a bit of speed. This do be my favorite part though. Just the long string, the last stretch, overtake your opponent and win to the finish. Just like that. Oh yeah. And now my favorite part of the city, Silverton, because it's so vibrant and colorful, quite lively as well. Of course I turned down the traffic in this one to show you more about the city, but normally it's just like very busy, like a mini Las Vegas. And of course it's my favorite car. This do be my favorite car in the game, Audi R8. I love the sound that it makes. It's actually one of my favorite cars in real life. Yeah, it just looks perfect, and I think it's the best final boss car that they could choose out of all cars that are available in the game. So I like it. But yeah, like I said, I just love this the most because it's so colorful and vibrant, like I said, and you have like motels, casinos, stores, stuff like that, and yeah, well, a bit of a factory too. So I like that as well. There's also like there is turf, of course. The streets are a bit narrower here. Lots of corners, so you have to anticipate at the right time to take the corners perfectly. So but let's talk about something else. The police system. It's basically the same as the original Most Wanted, just in a different city. They haven't really added something, but it's still fun. And because of this map is so, well, smaller, with tighter corners and more corners, it makes it more challenging for you to escape the cops. Because you lose a lot of speed in corners like that. Which makes it, for me, more engaging. And this is, I played this before Most Wanted 2005, so this feels, well, is closer to my heart. Because it's just another very nice black box game. And it's one of the first Need for Speed games I played. Starting with the PlayStation 3. And I played Carbon on it and, well, I loved it. Everything was so fun. Police pursuits, trying to get away, trying not to get busted, you know, picking corners here and there, high speed, so. Then I just love Symphony. I mean, look at the lights there. Lots of LEDs, lots of neon, which makes well, this part of the city alive. And now Wolf's territory. Fortuna, where the richest live, with the big mansions, big houses. I think, yeah, this part of the city has the most corners. So, but there's no problem for the exotic cars. As you can see, it just races through them. I think in this segment of the video I'll be talking about parts of the city, and while I show you around it. Now I drive through them. Of course, this is Wolf's car, so I'll be driving through the districts, turfs, with said boss's car. In this case, it's well, like I said, Wolf's Aston Martin DB9, I think. Damn. It's just a nice part of the city. Not as vibrant, colorful, or neon like Silverton, or as gritty and rough as Campton, but hey, it's still decent. I think it's a perfect place for drifting, or just like stuff like that. If you guys are still watching, you're an amazing person. Thank you for giving me a chance, giving me a look. And to entertain you, well, keep you guys engaged. What is your favorite district? What is your favorite location or favorite thing to do? Please let me know in the comments, so you know that I can know that you watched the video and that you enjoy it, of course. Because yeah. Nah, but I do love Carbon though. Just the vibe that it gives you, and the continuation between the player and Cross's rivalry. But at the end, you know, Cross, well, Cross lets you go for exchange for no, not for exchange actually, because Nika saved you actually. I don't know why yet, but Cross just lets you go to wow. Yeah. Race against Darius himself. Of course I like the racing intros. You don't have that really anymore. But you don't, you know, see them like this anymore. I like it like this. And of course we got now downtown, Kenji's turf. Scratch what I said about Fortuna. This part of the city has actually the most corners. Because, well, GDM cars in this game are the best for corners. Let me tell you. best for corners. They lose the least amount of speed in corners. So, but yeah, about this part of the city, it's well the heart of the city. It's downtown, lively, but still not as you know, excuse me, not as vibrant and colorful as Silverton. So, but still, nice part of the city. I think let's skip to the next one. Ah yes, the iconic canyon tools. I still love them. They're still one of the best races in the game, in my opinion. Just you, your rival, dangerous road, and make sure you win and don't die. It's quite, silent. And yeah, they did still a good job making it look attractive and detailed, like trees, waterfalls, sharp corners, bridges, and the city skyline and afar, as you can see, which looks very nice, still to this day. And for now, let's talk about the crews. You got your own crew, of course, and you can call in friends, like Neville over here, or call in as you saw, like crew members. There's 3 sorts in total. You got scout, drafters, and blockers. Blockers just block your opponents, like making them crash or brake checking them. You got scouts that scout ahead to look for better, faster routes. And you got drafters. Drive behind them, and they just speed you up. They can be pretty broken. And what I also like about this game, which also makes it unique, are the boss intros, like there is over here. I like that, A proper introduction of the boss you're gonna race and the district you're gonna take over. And this for example, you got TFK, led by Wolf. You got Stack Deck, led by Darius. You got Angiston and Kinister, yeah. And let's talk about the car sounds now then. The car sounds, of course, are very nice at the time, ahead of its time, I think, in my opinion at least. The car sounds realistic, powerful, and just very pleasing to the ear. And yes, like I said, my favorite cars are like the Audi R8, don't be M3 of course, but also the RX-7. You hear that rotary engine, it's just very nice, it's just very nice. But now that we're talking about, car sounds, I would like to know what's the best sounding car in the game for you. Let me know in the comments. I would like to see some mixed reactions. Maybe you like the muscle cars more, or the tune cars, or the exotics. And I would like to know that. And I should have been talking about this earlier, but let's talk about it now. Instead of the day, you race in the night, and night only, which gives it a more illegal race feeling, gives more a vibe of street racing. It's just perfect in the night. And as you might see in the background, the genre is rock, hip, electronic, the aesthetics, the underground racing scene. I like that vibe. People still, make liveries in like a Need for Speed Heat or Unbound from the boss's car, like Darius, Wolf, Kenji. and then the other crew, like the Scorpion crew. What I like most about the game are the police pursuits. Oh, and I already talked about it. This is my first time doing a voiceover, so yeah, normally I just, record and talk at the same time, but this time I'm trying to do a voiceover, I want to deliver some good video. Like, if this really works, this could be my best video yet, if it really works, and if it's really engaging. But let's just hope that, let's hope that. Let's just talk about what got me hooked. First time I played it was just catching from the get-go, Like, I was like, who's after me? Who's behind me? Because back then I didn't know who Cross was, or the player. So I started with Carbon first, then Most Wanted. It was like years ago. As I said, I played it first on the PlayStation 3, but actually I played it first on the Wii. But officially on the PlayStation 3, because the console was mine, and I really started getting into the story, and in that time. So, but yeah, I do remember having fun, and just it was difficult at first, defeating Angie and the other bosses, but it was fun. It was really fun, especially police pursuits. I still remember like me and my Mustang, because of black and gold, because I liked it at the time, smashing through police blockades and doing those challenges, of course. Like it's being a police pursuit for 5 minutes, stuff like that. It was nice, and I remember Darius. He was my favorite boss to race against, and when I won against him, I was just happy. Even though you don't hear the excitement in my voice, I still like the game. It's still one of my favorites, and excuse me, it earns a special place in my heart, because it's one of the first Need for Speed games I played, and it was just a blast. It was just a blast. And now let's talk about Motorsport. As you might see on YouTube, there's quite a bit of mods you can install to make the game even more engaging or immersive. You got like the Redux mod, which makes the game more remastered. Like sharper, better looking, and adds more cars, like Bentley or other Porsches. It's just really nice. And if you were lucky at the time, I think you could get like a bonus disc, which gives you like behind the scenes stuff, and well, as you might see in the video, clip, you get to see stuff like that, which gives it, a pure 2005 vibe, 2006 vibe. I just like that. But yeah, this was it. Why it's my favorite and a review at the same time. I hope all of you enjoyed. And one last thing, Palm City never sleeps, and neither does my love for this game. Thank all of you for watching. Until the next time. Peace.